So let's do a little bit of some cat-cows. Let's take the butt up into the air. We're arching the back, pressing the hands into the floor, giving a good arch. Keep your head here and take the tailbone down and round your back. Keep your head here as you inhale. Take the tailbone up. Arch the back. Press your hands in the floor. And do a few of these on your own. Let's come to a neutral spine and take the right arm up to the sky. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bring it underneath. The left arm, lay on top of that right shoulder. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. And exhale it behind you. Inhale up the arm and exhale the hand down. Bringing yourself back to a neutral spine. Take a couple breaths here. And inhale the left arm up to the sky. And let's exhale it down and underneath the right arm. Inhale the right arm up and exhale it behind you. And inhale up and exhale down. And take some deep breaths here. Move the tush around however good it feels. And now let's bring the left foot up. Knee is in line with the ankle. And extend that right leg back. And then see if you can take down that right forearm to the floor. And here, you can move, you can come to the side. What does it feel like for you? Don't freeze into the pose. Go ahead and see where it feels good. Be sure to change it. If you need a prop, use a blanket to prop your arm up. Whatever you need to do. We'll hold this for 2 minutes. And then I'll read from the Course in Miracles. Okay.
I don't know what he's doing.
Come on.
It's totally fine.
It's really okay.
No, I'm totally fine.
He's just over there sniffing
He's
you.
sniffing,
Okay.
licking. I must celebrate. Is it okay if I look at the bone?
Yes,
Or does
that's
anybody
why I
else want
brought
to?
it.
Okay.
That's why I brought it down. Okay.
That's cheating.
A problem cannot be solved if you do not know what it is. Even if it is really solved already, you will still have the problem because you will not recognize that it has been solved. This is the situation of the world. The problem of separation, which is really the only problem, has already been solved. Yet the solution is not recognized because the problem is not recognized. Because we name that problem a lot of different names, right, Joe?
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that too. I mean, I have a litany of problems. And to think that they're all just really one problem, and if we just are
That's
able,
crazy.
and that it's already solved too. Everyone in this world seems to have its own special problems. Yet they are all the same and must be recognized as one if the one solution that solves them all is to be accepted. Who can see that a problem has been solved if he thinks the problem is something else? Even if he is given the answer, he cannot see its relevance. Has anybody got anything to say about that one? Because we all seem to have our own special problems, right? And we call them by all different names. Yet they're all the same. And by us not recognizing that, we keep up the illusion and the separateness. Okay, and let's get ourselves out of this pose and come here and go into downward facing dog or into balasana, child's pose. Move your hips around. And Kuma, come over here. Kuma.
I just got like
Kuma.
great.
Joe, I love
back.
the fact that you're wearing 2 different colored socks. I love that. Okay, let's bring our other foot up. Right.
The one thing I miss about having my period is wearing my mismatched PMS PJs. And
Your PMS PJ.
my mismatched PMS.
Oh, yeah. That just
That's the
shows.
one thing you miss. I know.
Is it
The only thing. Are you kidding me?
You can still wear them if you want to.
I do sometimes. I do.
Okay, is everybody in this pose? All right. Be sure to use a prop if you need to. Okay. So continuing on with this. Okay, that is the position in which you find yourself now. What position? Even if he is given the answer, he cannot see its relevance. You have the answer, but you are still uncertain about what the problem is. So what is the problem? A long series of different problems seems to confront you, and as one is settled, the next one and the next arises.
Great.
I know. There seems to be no end to them. There is no time in which you feel completely free of problems and at peace. Yeah, because as soon as we solve one, another one's there. And keep popping up like rabbits. Okay. Take a deep breath in and try to relax more into this pose wherever it's tight. The temptation to regard problems as many is the temptation to keep the problem of separation unsolved. There's that word again. The world seems to present you with a vast number of problems, each requiring a different answer. This perception places you in a position in which your problem solving must be inadequate and failure is inevitable. Now, isn't that interesting? That alone in the problem solving will keep you depressed.
Yeah.
You know? Forget about the problems themselves. The fact that we can't even solve them is depressing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No one could solve all the problems the world appears to hold. They seem to be on so many levels, in such varying forms, and with such varied content, that they confront you with an impossible situation. Dismay and depression are inevitable as you regard them. Some spring up unexpectedly. Okay, let's come out of this one. Again, stretch the way feels good to you.
There is an uplifting part in this lesson, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You see, this is, what is the title of this one? Let me recognize the problem. So we got to recognize it first in order for it to be solved.
What's that old rap song, Joe? Problems. What is that?
I don't know. I only thought it was 99 problems, but the bitch ain't one.
Oh, God.
Isn't that one?
It's just like, wow, that is hysterical.
That's good.
I've never heard that, Joe. My God.
That's
Isn't that?
good.
It has to be like.
That's good. Okay, so now we're going to take the left foot, and this time we're going to work the ankle here. So the knee is going to go over the foot. You're going to get a really nice stretch in your right thigh and the groin area. And this foot can come up a little bit if that's comfortable for you, but this is really the stance. If any point you want to come down, that's fine. That feels better. Charlotte, if your knee is over, yeah, I think it is. As long as you're feeling it in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem for me is lunges are
Hard on that, yeah.
contraindicated
Oh,
for all that stuff. So I have to,
yeah.
I have to find
Okay.
my spot.
And that's why those props are really helpful,
Mhm.
huh? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so I'll time this for 2 minutes, but if you need to come out of it sooner, be sure to do that.
I can reach one.
Okay. We all want to take care of Charlotte. Make sure she
Oh,
doesn't
I know,
injure
nice.
her.
I just have to
Okay.
be careful. about
Well,
that.
you really know your body.
Thank
so,
you.
yeah, I'll just read on here. Okay, so we've got no one can solve all the problems the world appears to hold. They seem to be on so many levels. Okay. Others remain unsolved under a cloud of denial and rise to haunt you from time to time, only to be hidden again, but still unsolved. How many times has that come up for you? A lot, huh? I know it does for me too.
I'm trying to understand this in relation to physical health.
Maybe after we're through with reading, it might come to you. All this complexity is but a desperate attempt not to recognize the problem, and therefore not to let it be resolved. Okay, if you could recognize that your only problem is separation, no matter what form it takes, you could accept the answer because you would see its relevance. Okay, we got to see the relevance with this. And the Course is going to help us with that. But if that is the only problem is separation, and that all of our problems take up on all those forms, that's interesting.
Yeah, I really got to think on that.
Yeah. We'll read on and see what it's got to say. Perceiving the underlying constancy and all the problems that seem to confront you, you would understand that you have the means to solve them all, and you would use the means because you recognize the problem being the separation. Okay? Stretch it out. Now that one really gets to my groin and my top of my thigh. So. Okay. And when you're ready for the other side. Okay. In our longer practice periods today, we will ask what the problem is and what is the answer to it. Okay, so this is going to be part of our meditation today too, and this whole yoga process is the meditation. So when we have these quiet times, you go in and ask your inner guide that question. And so we ask what the problem is and what is the answer to it. We will not assume that we already know. We will try to free our minds of all the many different kinds of problems we think we have. We will try to realize that we have only one problem, which we have failed to recognize. We will ask what it is and wait for the answer. We will be told. Then we will ask for the solution to it, and we will be told. The exercise for today will be successful to the extent to which you do not insist on defining the problem. Take a deep breath in and exhale, and I'm going to read that sentence again. Because we do that. We go, it's a habit, it's like a magnet to always define the problem. So we're going to really try hard not to define the problem. The exercises for today will be successful to the extent to which you do not insist on defining the problem. Just take a few minutes to clear your mind here, or a few breaths.